What is good, Ninja? Oz over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Kirby Star Allies World Hobby Fair Winter 2018 Demo Playable Friends Trailer. That was a little bit of a mouthful, but we got it all out here, so let's go ahead and get into this article here. Shoutouts to Gamatsu for it. So Nintendo has released a new trailer for Kirby Star Allies, introducing the Kirby Friends Playable at the World Hobby Fair Winter 2018 exhibition. The following friends are featured: Poppy Bros Jr., Friend Ability, Throw an Ice Bomb, Blade Knight, Friend Ability, power-ups his sword with electricity, Burning Leo, Friend Ability, attack with everyone, burst in flames, Parasol Waddle Dee, Friend Ability, protect everyone with a big umbrella, Chili, Friend Ability, attack with everyone, chilled in ice, Sir Kibble, Friend Ability, slash with an icy cutter, Gim, Friend Ability, a fire-covered yo-yo attack, and Waddle Doo, Friend Ability, attack with everyone, rattling in electricity. World Hobby Fair 2018 began on January 21st in Nagoya. Its next exhibition will be held in Tokyo on January 27th and the 28th, followed by Fukuoka on February 4th and Osaka on February 11th. Kirby Star Allies is due out for the Nintendo Switch on March 16th in North America, Europe, and Japan. So a worldwide launch for this game. And this is going to be pretty cool because we're probably going to get some new footage coming out from there when it comes to all the different allies that you can use. And that's what I love the most about this game, is the fact that there's going to be a ton of different allies that you can have. They all have different power-ups, and you can just experience all of the greatness of Kirby, because that's what I feel Kirby is all about and why I'm excited about this game. It's about the power-ups. It's about getting all the different abilities, the copy abilities, and being able to just wreak havoc on the screen. I've talked about this before in previous videos, but I was a big Kirby fan as a kid, and I kind of just dropped off, but this one is pulling me back in, maybe because I have my own kid now at this point, and she's going to be 6 years old, and we can play this style of game together, but also because of all the stuff that I see here. I love the copying abilities. That's one of the things that I love the most, like Kirby Superstar, being able to get a sword, or being able to get all the different powers, the ice or the fire. That stuff's always intrigued me in terms of elemental damage. Anytime that you have a game to where you can be someone third person and you can use elemental powers, it's always fun, or I always am interested in that style of game, and Kirby is like taking it and blowing it up. That's why I wasn't as interested in something like Kirby Planet Robobot, because I do like mechs, I do like robots, but I don't know if I like piloting robots with a Kirby. I like getting powers and getting different abilities and having a lot of them. So this one seems really interesting to me. It's the same reason why I love Pokemon, because it's all based on elemental powers and everything. Same thing goes for like Xenoblade Chronicles, all based on elemental powers and different stuff. So this is not quite like RPG like that, but it still has a ton of different elements that you can use to attack enemies and just wreak havoc, which is awesome. And I'm really looking forward to that, especially playing with my daughter here now that she's getting old enough to where we can enjoy games like this together. So what do you guys think about the Kirby Star Allies in terms of all the different ones that they've announced here? What are you looking forward to the most? What do you like the most about this Kirby game so far? Are you going to be picking up the title on March 16th when it drops worldwide? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next article here, we've got some Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 Nintendo Switch official Japanese gameplay from the site. So this is probably direct feed straight from the Nintendo Switch, which is really cool to see. This is our first chance to really see the game in a little bit more extended action. The clips are short, but we're going to put them all together in order to show you guys Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 on the Nintendo Switch. And for the most part, it looks exactly the same. Obviously, the resolution might be a little bit better. I'm not sure. They might have cleaned up a few things here and there. We still need to see how the frame rate works and everything, but overall, it's looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and get into this article here. So Nintendo has launched the Japanese official website for the Nintendo Switch versions of Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, which features various short gameplay videos of each title. Now, as previously announced, the Bayonetta titles will launch for the Nintendo Switch on February 16th in North America and Europe, and February 17th in Japan. The physical edition of Bayonetta 2 will include a download code for the original Bayonetta, while Bayonetta will also be released standalone as a digital title. Now, you can check out more information, link in in the description below, and we'll have that video playing for you guys. And as many of you guys know, or if you don't know, I'm a huge Bayonetta fan, absolutely huge Bayonetta fan. It's one of my favorite games of all time, Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. I absolutely love the games. I've done most of the stuff in Bayonetta 1, pretty much all of it. Bayonetta 2, I've done a lot of the stuff, but I didn't complete everything. I got most of the stuff, but I know there were some things here and there that I probably missed, and I want to go back and complete all of that. I also want to beat all the difficulties again. I usually play Bayonetta once a year, no matter what. I always play it once a year, Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. Since it's launched, I've played Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 at least once a year, every single year since 2014. So it's just something that I do. Heck, I was even playing the PC version of Bayonetta the other day just because I absolutely love the games. I love Platinum games, and I think that this is going to be a great Nintendo Switch release. And the fact that I can play Bayonetta anywhere I want is definitely going to help me out with doing some of the more tedious things when it comes to grinding out halos and other stuff like that in order to get all of the equipment in Bayonetta 1. So I'm really happy that they added that feature. Also, another thing that's pretty cool is local multiplayer as well. I think that online multiplayer is great, but being able to play right there with another friend is going to be really good if you ever go to trade shows and things like that and you want to play, because when you play local multiplayer or you play the online multiplayer, you can actually collect halos, and then those can transfer over to the single player game, and you can get massive amounts of halos in the online multiplayer and now the offline multiplayer. So that's going to be good for those who want another way to get halos in the game and also take on other bosses and learn new techniques as well, because sometimes your friends can show you some pretty cool stuff as well. So I'm hyped for Bayonetta 2 on the Nintendo Switch. I know there's been a lot of discussion about the price as far as the game goes and everything, and how Nintendo's pricing their ports. There's been all sorts of great points on both sides, and I've discussed a lot of stuff myself. And while I do agree that some of the ports when it comes to like Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that might be a little bit overpriced on things, I think Bayonetta 1 and 2 for $60 is very good. And not only is it Bayonetta 1 and 2 for $60, but it's Bayonetta 1 and 2 for $60 that you can play anywhere that you want, that also added in local multiplayer. So that's awesome as well, man. So for me, I just feel that it's worth it, the $60, but that's just my own personal preference on that. Not saying that it's like that for every single game, like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Not sure if I pay $60 for that, probably won't. But I know for a fact that Bayonetta 2, especially being able to play anywhere that you want for the first time ever, for me, that's worth $60. But that's just my own personal thing. You guys are free to disagree or agree. Either way, I'm just happy that the game is coming to Nintendo Switch, and we're also getting Bayonetta 3 as well. Plus, you also have to factor in that many people didn't buy the Wii U. You know, many people didn't buy the Wii U, and it wasn't like Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1 were like massive sellers like Super Mario 3D World or like Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U or anything. So there's a lot of people out there who haven't played it, so it's going to be good for those people to pick up the game if they want to, of course. So what do you guys think about Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch as far as how it's looking so far? Are you planning on getting the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final article here, we've got some big news, and probably the main reason why you should support indie devs, because big things can come from it. So Image Inform Games and Zoink Games have joined forces under a newly formed parent company called Thunderful. So a thunderous collaboration. Shout out to Gmatsu for the article here. So SteamWorld series developer Image Inform Games and Fade developer Zoink Games have joined forces under a newly formed parent company called Thunderful, the two studios announced. Thunderful is a limited liability company owned by, I cannot say that name, BERGSALA Holding. And the CEO of Image Informs and the CEO of Zoink Games, they had some joint statements on this here, and they're going to be based in Gothenburg, Sweden, and the two studios will continue to collaborate and develop games with existing and new IPs under their respective labels, but they're going to be joining forces somewhat in order to develop these games for their parent company. So basically what this means is that we can probably expect better funding, better things to come from both of these developers as they move up in the third-party echelon. So let's go ahead and get into comments from the Image Inform CEO first. And he said, quote, "We already work together on a daily basis in PR, marketing, intelligence, and publishing. Image Inform and Zoink will continue to produce games like we always do, but we're now formalizing our close relationship. Through Thunderful, we can share resources more effectively, officially act together, and launch bigger, more ambitious game projects. We're becoming a real powerhouse. The gaming industry is ripe with opportunities and many try their hand at it. We know that in order to stay at the absolute top level, we must continue to develop world-class games. Fortunately, we are consistently proving that this is where we belong. The CEO of Zoink Games also had this to say: Brian and I have already exchanged very much information, so this development is natural. With a group of close to 50 people, we'll grow our clout between nationality and internationality. And the CEO of the B holding company that owns both of them also had this to say as well. Quote, there's strength and clarity in gathering these great game developers and all their projects under one roof. The future looks both bright and exciting. So you can check out the official Thunderful site, link in the description below. But this is just the combined efforts of all of the gamers out there in order to support Zoink Games. They make Stick It to the Man, they're making Faye, but also supporting Image Inform without all of us going out there and buying the games, whether it's on PS4, PS Vita, Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, Switch. All of this made this happen. I mean, they've had so much success with their time when it comes to it. And I think that with SteamWorld Dig 2, I think that might have been the catalyst. I mean, I know they were already working on things, but SteamWorld Dig 2 selling 300,000 plus copies on the Nintendo Switch, having a pretty good Steam debut as well. I know it did okay on there too, 40,000 plus. PS4 as well, I think it did all right on there. This is just us supporting the developers out there, and let's continue to support them, because this is what happens when you actually support indie developers. They get bigger and they get better, and they can make bigger and better games because of that. And a lot of people talked about this in the Wii U / 3DS early in the lifespan of that, and saying, hey, well, you know, if we support some of these smaller developers, they'll get bigger and bigger and make better games. And we're starting to actually see that coming to fruition here with Image Inform, when we really supported them on the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U and all of that. PlayStation gamers supported them on the PS Vita and also the PS4. So we're actually seeing that play out. So this is great. 50 people, that's a pretty good sized development team. Just to kind of put into comparison, Panic Button is around 40 people. They're the ones who ported Doom, and they're the ones who are porting Wolfenstein and Rocket League. So this newly formed team actually has more people than Panic Button. I think the future is bright for Thunderful, and I'm really happy to support them whenever it comes to games. And imagine if they actually put their forces together to make a brand new full SteamWorld game with maybe even 3D realized graphics. Just imagine how that could look. In terms of scale. I think that would be pretty cool. So what do you guys think about Thunderful, Image Inform, Zoink joining forces? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you for the next video. Peace.